Hello, 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 hello. What's happening? Good to see everybody. Welcome to the show. Tiffany Love is in the house. Chaos Reaper, Tito, Wally. Share this out. Make sure you let people know we're live again. Somehow, some way, I deleted the whole first stream. So, wah, 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 wah. But in just a moment, we're going to go back over everything that I did today. We're going to do a little bit of the same stuff. We pulled a bunch of onions. We pulled a kohlrabi. And I'm going to show you what I'm doing with all the herbs as well. I have it kind of laid out here for a little demonstration. We're going to pull the final two in the center. And we got a bunch of new plants to plant. So I just got some brand new plants. Went to a greenhouse. All their vegetables were 20% off, which is cool. So I got some new stuff to plant. There's Cassie. Cassie, good to see you. Cassie, I got some good stuff. And let's get right to it since Cassie's here. Cassie suggested earlier that there's Chaos Reaper. And you can see where we picked out onions earlier, little holes there, holes where the onions were, the final onions, and here's our pepper bed. So my earlier stream got deleted, so we're going to redo it. But here's what we're going to try, Cassie. Check this out. We have ourselves focus, Daniel-san. I don't think it's going to. It was focusing good before. Cantaloupe. I don't know why we can't get a good focus now on this shit. Cantaloupe. And on this one here is watermelon. So we got watermelon and cantaloupe to plant. Now the only thing is, I could probably plant this watermelon and cantaloupe in this whole bed. But I got some other good stuff. So we might have to mix some stuff with the peppers. So yeah, we're gonna try to get some watermelons. See if we can grow those. I'm not looking for huge, even if I can get it halfway the size of, a football maybe, that'd be cool. Muskmelon or cantaloupe as well here. It'd be great to have some, I'm not counting on it. We'll see how that goes. So we're gonna pull those two final guys right there to open up this whole bed. And over here, where the two tomato plants I have aren't really doing that good. That one finally got a little sprout on, a little flower. There's Raven. Good to see you, Raven. So those are tomato plants there, but those tomato plants aren't doing that well. Ta-da! Now, these ones already growing, already flowering. And we got Early Girl, and we got Red Grape. So we got two. So 8 actually tomato plants. I'm going to put the red grape ones, which are also small, I'm going to put them right up against there. And then next to there, we're going to do the Early Girls. So we're going to have tomatoes in the corner here. And hopefully tomatoes covering that whole thing there. Yeah, cantaloupe, if I can grow it, that's going to be the thing. And then you guys see here is our cucumbers. So our cucumbers are doing pretty good. And they are going to climb all the way across here. You see the little flowers where they're starting to get ready to go. I'm going to try not to delete this stream. Somehow I deleted the first one. They're reaching out. They're going to, there's Travis Rex. Good to see you, my friend. So because we're picking these today, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. This is the kohlrabi right here. And I'm just going to pick it up, shake the dirt off. There you go. They could be bigger than that, but we're going to go with that. But we do have some more of them. So they still had kohlrabi, so I have 6 more I can put there. Plus, we're going to try this. Cabbage. Our caliber's in the building. So we got regular old cabbage we're going to try to grow too. Get off me, bug. So I do have 4 heads of cabbage, which I'm thinking maybe put in between the pepper plants. I'm not sure. because I don't think I'm gonna have enough room here in this middle bed. So we got tomatoes now to plant. We got kohlrabi, we got more of those, which they're all right here if you want to see some of them. Some are hiding in there. We want those to get bigger. Some of them might not grow. These ones here we might have to sacrifice, I don't know, but I'll keep them in a little longer. And then over here, our final two things. We have zucchini. So I'm going to give zucchini a shot, and we'll probably put it on the end of one of these beds, so I know how it grows. Or maybe in the corner over there. But we do have zucchini, and I got to watch for the bugs on the zucchini. Actually, we'll probably put the zucchini over here. So zucchini there, cabbage heads here, more kohlrabi here. So we have a little mini harvest here, if you will. Here's all the onions from earlier. Picked all these. I did water it. Oh, Wally, we watered it earlier right after I put all the chemicals on it. Here's all of our onions. We'll cut them in half. Dry them out for white onion powder and for green onion powder. We did a couple kohlrabi there. Final thing that I purchased, and I might put these up against, is these can trellis. And I'm talking about green beans. So we got green beans here, and the watermelon. Watermelon, green beans, zucchini, cabbage, and more kohlrabi. There we go. That's what's going to fill up this bed. Fix it all up. Oh, shit's falling over right here. Goes my green beans. Now the reason why the beans will be trellised. I may even bring out a piece of fence to help them out. Oh, so who likes green beans out there? We got some green bean likers. My neighbor grew a whole patch of them one year. It was amazing. So we'll see how these go. We'll wait a little longer on those. Plant the tomatoes in the corner. Green beans are a delicacy. This is going to be a miracle if these work, though, folks. The cantaloupe. If these cantaloupe grow, that would be pretty crazy. And I would be surprised if I even got a baseball-sized watermelon. So we got watermelon here we're going to try. Green beans are yummy. And over here, we got some banana peppers already growing. See how the branch is getting dark, though? That's bad news. And see how ants are crawling all over it? Right next to an ant trap. We do have... Where you at, you pepper? There you are. Hey, little pepper. You're hiding, Mr. Pepper. Here you are, you pepper. He's a tiny little bugger. Let's hope he gets real big. Here we go. I'm gonna go over here. These aren't any. You see the bugs getting at them a little bit, and I've been spraying them. So we got 4 green peppers in the center, 2 banana peppers there, which are looking okay, but I don't know. The darkness on the stem here, see that? Looks like it's dying. It could sometimes be too much water. And then these are the same plants planted on the same day, and they ain't even growing. There is a dead marigold right next to an ant trap. Another dead marigold there. But that's going to do this garden. We have all these marigolds, which should make one big yellow line by the end of it. There you have it, my little grandma remnants from grandma's garden. There you have it. That's going to be the update in the middle here. We got 6 things to plant in each. Oh, it's spinning you round and round. And now let's take a look at the, here's what we did earlier. Earlier we went to town on the oregano plant, which is right in the center here, this oregano plant. And we ended up getting that entire bowl of oregano, which is fantastic. So tons of oregano. And once this oregano dries out, yeah, I'm not aware of how much I'm spinning. It'll look like that. So there we have oregano that we got earlier today, and that's what it'll dry out to be. And then we'll basically crumble it until we get all the little strings and straws and sticks out. Here we have basil. Some fresh basil we picked this morning. It'll end up being like this, and also just crumble into seasoning. Parsley, we picked some parsley earlier tonight. This is all dried up parsley. We have some fresh parsley here as well, that was today. And then the cilantro. Cilantro here, which needs to dry out, picked today. Here's the dried cilantro. Just need to finish crushing that out and filter it out. And this is our lemon thyme. Oh my goodness, doesn't it smell great? Lemon thyme. So one thing we will be trimming soon is this. Give our bushes a haircut. So that thing continues to grow back as well. I thought it wasn't going to make it this year, but it is going nuts right now. We could have rosemary chicken, rosemary, whatever. I don't use the rosemary that much, but that's one healthy rosemary bush now. Like I said earlier, we took down some of the herbs over here. And our clematis still climbing on up. But we've been taking the herbs, drying them out. Here's what we're getting. We'll also chop these up. We have 2 kohlrabi here, as well as all these onions. So a nice decent harvest today. We got a bunch of herbs to continue to dry out. The onion I'll actually put in an air fryer and dehydrate it. Helps dehydrate it faster. I got a lot of planning to do. The sun's kind of hitting there. Check out the grapevine. There, it's showing off right now a little bit. There you go, check out all the grapes hanging out. Garlic, yes, I've tried to grow garlic. And I got some cloves that would grow really big, because basically take 1 clove of garlic and turns into 5 or 6 or whatever in a little clump. I did garlic and ginger 2 years ago. I didn't really buy the kind you should. I just got from the store, which you can do, but it doesn't work as well. But the grapes are doing well. Grapes are doing good. Oh, garlic, come on. I love garlic and onions. Look at our undershot of the grapevine. We're going to have some grapes. It's just a matter of will they be sweet enough this year. Last year they were a little sweeter. 2 years ago they were bitter. I actually still, 3 years ago I should say, because last year didn't do much. I still have a jar of this grape juice in my fridge from 2 years ago. I've literally kept it in there. I've never, done whatever you have to do to make it into wine, but literally a 2-year-old jar of pure grape juice is in my fridge. It's probably moldy or something, I don't know, I've never checked, but it's in there. Because 2 years ago, I believe it was, when I had a good bit of grape juice, I had a good bit of grapes that survived because birds, squirrels, chipmunks, they get to the dam where I said earlier that I used to have strawberries along the side of that shed there. And here are the grapes. So it looks like I have a good bit of grapes, but it's like, you can see easy access for any type of little critters and stuff to get to the grape. And that ain't good. And for some reason, these down here don't grow very well. And you can see there's grapes growing on them, but these little branches don't really grow very well. I did, just a reminder, I did delete my stream earlier today, so everything I did earlier today, for some reason, I deleted, like a knucklehead. Even the bird at the end. Oh, we had what do we have, a blue jay and a cardinal chasing after each other at the end of the last stream? Yeah, that's gone too. We talked about insert here when a couple years ago I did lay this between the tree and now it's grown through it. Looks kind of dirty if you turn it upside down. Looks kind of, no, never mind, I won't do that. Same joke, different stream. No sight of the groundhog recently, but he's right down in there. Yeah, didn't that look nasty? And we told the story about my golf balls. Want to hear about my balls, ladies? It's kind of a booby trap. Balls and boobs we're talking about here. Well, the booby trap is there's wild kittens that live over in that garage. And there's 2 older cats, so like 5 cats. And if these balls are moved out here into the grass, those cats were over here. I didn't see them for a while, so I didn't know if they were alive or not. My neighbor's got it laid out. I showed it in the last stream. I should show it again. They just added a gazebo pergola thing on their pool, if you can see through the trees there. And did this little backyard thing that's pretty dope. That's pretty cool down there, what he did. He made a hell of a little chill spot. Taking you into the woods. I'll start my own talk show back here in the wilderness. Have you heard of morels? Morels, the mushrooms that are like super valuable. People find them all over around here. I've yet to find any. Like they've been digging out some of the clearing you can see down there with the light shining through more. They took out some trees. But wilderness talks with Blaze McCoy. I gotta put my golfer announcer voice on for that. a Blaze McCoy in his natural habitat. The woods. The lunatic kick from these sticks. There's a bunch of sticks out here. Oh, people are leaving. They don't like my woods. I don't like mushrooms either, Raven. Uh-oh. A little dizzy there. My belly. Are they a big deal in Michigan too? Yeah. Well, there's people that find them around here, and like think of a little sandwich bag. They have like maybe 8 or 10 of them in there, like the size of maybe smaller than my fist. And they're selling for like 40, 50 bucks. It's like legit. And if you find someone that knows where they are, they're not going to tell you where they're at. And they don't. But for the first time, I mean, I've seen a turtle out here. Last week there was a turtle, which my neighbor said his sister did leave a turtle out here years ago, and they could have just, because there is a creek, or a crick as people call it around here, down in the bottom there. Yep, there's a creek down there, water runs right down there, and that goes down there, and that. Wilderness Talks with Blaze McCoy. Every Friday afternoon right here on the Blaze Radio Network here on YouTube. I need to have my little button connected to this little selfie stick thingy. I need a better tripod. I'm not as used to filming and stuff, so I'm not aware. Like when I'm zipping around, I'm like Raven's ready to throw up because I was zipping around too fast. I mean, if the signal was better up in the mountains, I would do a live stream up there. And I did, if you check my live stream, there are. But see, that's where I'm worried about. I would end up picking the mushroom that was poisonous. Like, I'm trying to stay away from anything green out here just so I don't get poison ivy right now. Because with this wind blowing, I'll get poison ivy just from sitting here. When I had all this extra turf stuff, that's what I did and just laid down turf. So I had a little pad here. Nothing compared to my neighbor's big setup over there, as you know. Back out of the woods. Here's where little kittens hang out sometimes. But they live right in that garage. Yeah, I'm not picking mushrooms. I would pick the wrong ones. It's bad enough I can't even grow anything in my garden. Well, I can grow some things. Let's go over. You can see all the cabbage apples, as I like to call them here. A couple can probably be picked in there. We'll plant the rest of those tomatoes there. And then in the center, this section that needs completely redone. I'm so indecisive. And there you go. Next time we come back, all these plants in the center will be in the ground. I don't know how they're all going to fit here. It's going to be really crowded. I may pull some of the... Thank you, Raven. It was just a flat piece of grass when I got here, and I've been slowly... A lot of it was pavers that was here, gravels that was here, rock that was here, bricks that were here, and then slowly getting more here and there. We're gonna have to fill this whole center thing up with, it'll be cabbage. Oh, I hope the watermelon and cantaloupe grow. Green beans and zucchini. So I asked a question earlier in my stream that I accidentally deleted. What should I grow in this center area? This was onions, which I showed you the harvest of the onions earlier. This was nothing but onions here. I mean, I like doing it. I mean, the aesthetic part of trying to make it look nice, obviously, as you see. And I struggled with thinking about making raised beds, wooden raised beds, metal raised beds. I tried digging really deep, and it took me a couple years of mixing soil and stuff before stuff started to grow a little better. But I still have problems like this. I mean, all these were planted at the same time, and these two up front just aren't growing. And those are banana peppers, which I do enjoy. Throw it on a pizza, throw it on a sandwich. But I have enough onions now. But with the onions, like I said, I just preserve them by drying them out. And dry out all these herbs here that we got. And go from there. Once these are all dry. No, they didn't have carrots, they didn't have celery. Carrots and potatoes I do like growing because I like root vegetables or things that grow underground. The times that I planted potatoes, I'm sorry. It took me so long to get such a small damn potato that I figured that's probably something I'll just go buy at the store. Now I know how to grow a potato now where I didn't before. And you literally can just cut a piece of a potato off, put it in the ground, and a lot of times it'll just grow. But they grow underground, it takes a while. I'm interested in that cabbage. If I can get heads of cabbage, I'll make coleslaw, which I'd like to try to grow carrots. Celery was weird. I grew celery before. One of the tips they told me was to wrap newspaper around the stalk of the celery. I was afraid it would get the ink in it. So potatoes, I've tried. I may have to mix some things in here with these peppers. I'm not sure. Or if I gave up on these two. I just know that those four cantaloupes and those four watermelon could take over that middle section all themselves. Actually, probably those four watermelon could take up that whole middle section themselves. So it's almost like if I'm going to try all that stuff and give it ample places to grow, I do have to get rid of more of those kohlrabi in the back, and I got 6 more of them right here. Which ain't a problem. They've grown long enough. They'll get bigger, but there's the problem with those is because they are like a cabbage. If they grow too long or too big, they get real woody. Yeah, I said woody. Make your jokes. But it's going to get crowded in here now. We'll see how it ends up. We're trying a lot of new stuff this time around. We'll see what happens. All right, we got the onions picked. Peppers are starting to flower and bloom. We got 6 new types of vegetables, fruits, I guess, and vegetables going in the ground. We're waiting for cucumbers to start sprouting. We're going to have, well, 3 times as many tomato plants now. You could grow cucumber with the pepper. Yeah, but the cucumbers are already over there, Raves. That's what that is. And the peppers are over here. I could have had those behind the peppers or something, yeah, and crawled on this fence, but it's too late. They're over there. I could throw tomatoes in between here, or a tomato on the end. See how that's all dry over there and that flower died? I don't want to put too much over there. This bed isn't really the best. The middle, probably the best bed. And the far one, I don't really know yet. We'll figure it out. Flowers are doing well. I think we got rid of the ant problem over here. Let's go swing one time back to the herbs before we call it a night. As Firestar gently put it earlier, we gave him a haircut earlier today. We trimmed the cilantro. It's funny how the parsley keeps sprouting at the bottom. And you can just keep cutting that. You have all those twigs you gotta mess with. Tons more basil there again. I just picked a bunch of that today and a week or so ago. I'm pissed that we don't have the footage of me cutting what this looked like. It was probably 5 or 6 inches tall in the center, and I cut just around the outside of there to trim it down. But that'll grow up in a nice big bush again in a couple weeks, and we'll trim that guy up again. Same thing with these 2 little guys. That's my lemon thyme. They'll get bigger, and I'll have to grab a handful, cut it, let it dry out, pull out the stems. Same deal. The basil will keep just pouring on. And there you have it. I'm going to get to work and have myself some onions and kohlrabi on the grill. Why not? No. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for stopping by. Share this one out. I'm gonna try not to delete this one. On my last stream, I did accidentally delete. But that's things that happens, folks. Shit happens. People make mistakes. You move on. It's how you deal with it that matters, people. It's your boy, Blaze McCoy, signing off for tonight. Appreciate everybody stopping by. If you're watching on the replay, leave me a comment. Let me know about if you have a garden, what you plant in your garden. What you think I should try to plant here. We got about 6 different things in the garden we're trying new here. Cabbage, cucumber, watermelon, green beans. I'll be back in a week or so to give you a progress report on these that I already planted in. It's a little late in the season to be planting, but this is about as late as you can go in to still get something in the ground and get some harvest here in the fall. Or within a couple of months. We'll see how it goes. Peace, positive vibes. I appreciate everybody out there. Thanks for being a part of my day. I'm glad to be a part of yours. See you in my streams. I'm out.